Hey guys, today's question is spiral matrix 4. In this question, we are given with two integers m and n, which represent the dimension of a matrix as given here. And you are also given with the head of the linked list. We are also given with the head of a linked list. We have to generate a m into n matrix that contains the integer in the linked list planned in the spiral order, like here given. Starting from the top left of the matrix, if there are remaining empty spaces, fill them with -1. So like here the linked list ended at last node was 0, so we filled two nodes by -1. Okay. Now this is another simulation based problem. What we can do is we can simply traverse at every we can traverse in the first row. After that we have to increment the counter of the top. Okay, we will take four counters, top, bottom, left and right, which will hold the value that which row and which column we have traversed. So like we will first traverse the first column, we will first push the values in the first column in the matrix, and after that doing in the first column, I mean first row, we will increment the value of top, that in the next iteration we will push the values in the next column only. Also in all four directions we will do the same. If we traverse in the right direction in the y-axis, we will increment the value of top. If we traverse in the -x-axis, we will increment the value, we will decrement the value of right. If we traverse like this in the -x-axis, sorry, that was -y-axis, then we have to traverse decrement the value of bottom. And if we are traversing in the y-axis, then we have to increment the value of bottom. Okay, so let's code it up. First we need to create a vector to return, so let's create a vector, a 2D vector int, let's name it as matrix. Okay, so the row size is given as m and column size is given as n, so vector int n. Now we have declared the m cross n size 2D vector. Let's take a node traverse through the linked list. Let's take it as ptr. Now first we have rows equals to m and columns equals to n. Now let's declare the bottom, right, left and upper, also I and j to push values. So int bottom equals to rows -1, right equals to column -1, columns -1. Now left and upper will be 0, of course, so left equals to 0, upper equals to 0, I equals to 0 and j equals to 0 initially, as we have to start from this point, the initial I equals to 0 and j equals to 0 point. Now let's run the loop. So we have to do all this work while the left row that we traverse, the left column, is less than equals to right column, and the upper row is less than equals to bottom row. Okay, so let's write the same. If while upper is less than equals to bottom and left less than equals to right. Now what we have to do, first we will traverse the first row, second, third, fourth, and doing this we will decrement the values of all the variables bottom, right, left and upper. So first for the first row, here I will be constant but j will be incrementing, so let's run the loop by j itself. So j equals to left, from leftmost to rightmost where we can go, and j plus plus. Now we also have a linked list, so if the linked list is traversed, so the value of ptr is value of ptr is null. So if the value of ptr is null, then we have to push -1 in the vector, otherwise we have to push the value of current ptr. So for that we will simply write if ptr not equals to null, that means some of the part of linked list is remaining, then we have to push the value like PTR's current value. So matrix upper J equals PTR value, and upper will be constant here. Now PTR will also be moved to the next location, so PTR equals to PTR next. And in the else case, if matrix is traversed successfully, then we have to push value, let's use the braces, then we have to push -1 as given. So matrix upper J equals to -1. Defines. After that, we are also to increment upper, so upper plus. Now after this, we successfully push the values in the first row. Now we have to push in the last column. So for the last column, J will be constant but I will be incrementing. So let's run the loop with I. First we have to also check if after this row, like in the last row, when we complete this value, all of the matrix will be covered. So this condition should be checked for every row and every column. So just copy this and paste here. Now in this condition, then we have to run the loop as I said for the last row. So for I equals to upper, I less than equals to bottom, I plus. Now again this condition, so Control C and let's paste here. All the indentation is messed up. Let's write it up there like this. Now we can copy this. Just wait a second. Okay, so sorry, this upper should not be copied. We have to change it as it is not upper J, it's currently I right. Okay, so matrix I right, and here also matrix I right. Now after this for loop, we will just decrement the value of right as we have to traverse the last column. Now after this if case, let's run another. So in the third case, what will happen? We have to traverse the last row. So we'll go from extreme right to extreme left, and क्या कहते हैं, I will be constant but J will be changed. So J will move from right to left. So J equals to right and J greater than equals to left. Left J minus. Now again these conditions, and here we have to change the bottom and J value. So I will not be changed here, bottom and J, bottom and J. Now after this if case, we have to decrement the value of bottom as we have traversed the last row. Now let's write it here. Now the last if statement for this, so let's again write it here. Oh sorry, I forgot to add this point, like wait a second, equals to write this was inside a for loop, and this bottom should be here, and as I discussed, we have to check this at every point. Okay, so let's write it here also. Now that looks fine. Let's copy this again. Now let's write the for loop for the first row. So for the first row, the value of j will be constant and I will be changed. So let's run the loop from I equals to bottom to I greater than equals to upper, I minus minus. Now let's copy this again. Okay, so here bottom j, sorry, here I and left will be changed as we are changing the extreme left row. So I left will be changed. Now after this we have to decrement the value of left, and after execution of the whole loop, then we can simply return the matrix as our answer. We have to increment left, not decrement, sorry. Now let's run this one final time. Let's submit this. So the code is accepted. Thank you for watching.